Welcome to the Brunch Club podcast, where we highlight amazing women. Join us to fill your cup with inspiration and motivation as our guests share their experiences, their stories, and some hot gossip. I'm Rachel Svoboda, and welcome to this episode of the Brunch Club. We are coming to you from my sister's closet in Newport Beach. And today we are with Stephanie Korour. I love it when I get the last name right.
You got it.
So I want you guys to get to know Stephanie a little bit today. I met her actually in Las Vegas. We were both there with our friend David Meltzer, filming his episode of Office Hours. Mm-hmm. And I was so impressed, amazed, like just taken with your story. And then to learn it, that you're an Orange County girl and that you could come be on the show, I was like, yay! I want to share your story with everyone in our community. So, like so many women entrepreneurs, Stephanie, I swear this isn't like a recipe, but it seems to be a recurring theme. There is a challenge, and there's almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes of that challenge, and then there's good that comes out of it. Mm-hmm. And so I want you to share about your journey, if you wouldn't mind.
I would love to share about my journey. Thank you so much for having me on your show, Rachel. I really appreciate it. I love the platform. I love everything it stands for. So a little bit about my background. Similar to many people, I went down a path of doing something for a while, thinking that this is the right thing for me, the right calling for me. I pursued law. I graduated law school and I practiced law in Canada for 4 years. And I realized this is not my calling. I really want to do something else that sets my soul on fire. Every time I walk by a window, I want to throw myself out of it. I'm like, okay, let's step back and maybe go do something that really sets your soul on fire. Because I went down for so many years down this one trajectory. It's so hard to start anew. It's one of the scariest things to start. I'm like, okay, well, I've been in this for about 14 years. The schooling, the studying, the work, and just to completely course correct and change paths was a very daunting task for me.
Okay, I love the change story. And then I don't think you know this about me. Did you know I went to law school too?
I did not know that.
Do you know that I hated it too?
No, I did not.
And I had to course correct. Mm-hmm. And I had to announce to everyone in my family that I was no longer going to be a lawyer or in that space. And instead I was going to work retail while I figured out what my dream was. And then I got a job in advertising as a receptionist.
I did not know that.
And they were like, oh my God, Rachel's lost her mind. And I was like, no, but I'm so happy. And I love what I'm doing. That was like 30 years ago. But it was a big, scary moment. So, okay, I'm with you. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So yeah, I quit the firm, but I didn't actually tell anyone. So
you didn't?
I didn't tell anyone. Okay. I just got a one-way ticket from Canada to here. I read Blake Mikowski's book, Start Something That Matters, and it really inspired me. I came up with the idea I have a beverage company now. I launched that when I came here. I came up with the idea for that when I was in law school. I'd get all these supplements and I tried. I was like, my gosh, this is so great. And then Blake Mikowski's book he's the guy who started Tom's Shoes, if you're familiar with him. And his book is so inspirational and he launched it in Venice. So I did my research and I realized California is a really great launching pad for wellness trends and all sorts of things.
When you say Venice, you mean Venice Beach, California,
yes,
not Venice.
Not Italy.
Okay, all right, just for the record. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so I came here and I was working out at Gold's Gym. I thought, be in that energy, be in that creative, juicy flow of everything. And I decided to figure out how to make a beverage company from scratch. So I knew if I would have told everyone, they would have put their fears on me.
Yes.
So I decided just to make a decision and move forward.
Okay. And that is the beverage that's here in front of
us.
Yes. Okay. All right. Can I pick this one up? All right. Okay. So let's talk about this. Everything about this beverage is intentional. Mm-hmm. The packaging, the words. All right. Please.
Yeah. So I came up with the idea for the word empowered. I had hit ultimate rock bottom myself, and I wanted something that if someone has hit rock bottom and they feel down, they can look at it and just feel like, it's uplifting of some sort. I wanted to leave the world better than I found it. I wanted something that makes people feel good, has them performing at their peak state because it was something that I was seeking myself and I couldn't find. And I wanted something that gives back as well. So for every can sold, we we plant a tree, but the tree planting partner I'm working with has pivoted a little bit. So the next one moving forward is going to be donating to foster children. So excited to be providing scholarships and different sorts of opportunities where I'm really excied. So
I love that, and that feels like it was inspired by the book and Tom's Shoes, where
it was
a pair every. Wait, what's the deal with the shoes?
One for one.
One for one.
Yeah.
Okay, love that. Okay, so you've got the give back worked in. Can we taste test?
Yes, of course.
I think we should taste test.
Please taste test.
So we have, what flavors do we have here?
We have mango right now. So this is going to be a mango.
Do I shake it?
Yeah, you can.
It's not going to explode at me?
No, it's not carbonated.
Okay.
And it's all organic.
Okay.
Not carbonated. 0 calories. 0 sugar.
Wow.
Sweetened monk fruit.
Okay.
There's 180 milligrams caffeine.
Cheers.
Cheers. Taste test.
Okay, let's see.
Your honest taste test.
Oh yeah, this is going to be great. Okay, this is incredible. And it's not even chilled or over ice. I mean, this is just like off the shelf, ready to go. This is really good. Wow. There's no sugar?
No sugar. And the great part is not just the taste. If you give yourself 20 minutes after you drink it, it makes you feel so good. Lifts your mood up, gets you in flow state.
Okay, is that the L-theanine? Is that part of that that's in here? Because I recently got that gum. The
Neurogum?
Yes, the Neurogum that has that in there. I saw it on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I was like, well, I'm going to try it.
Yeah, so the cool thing about this is it has clinical doses in there. So it's 340 milligrams of L-theanine in this one right here that you're drinking, and 180 milligrams caffeine. They work synergistically together, and they really boost your...
Okay, so it's going to boost my energy. It's going to help me lower my stress, focus and creativity, electrolytes, which I recently was like very dehydrated because I was just drinking water. And then because of my like fitness and I like to, lift and do cardio, and it was like, but I wasn't getting the electrolyte replenishment that I needed. So this is good.
It's great. Caffeine dehydrates you. So there's Himalayan pink salts in there as well.
Oh, good. I recently learned about that too.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're building this beverage company, for any of our watchers out there that want to build something new that they haven't got into, like what are tips and tricks for getting into the beverage industry? Like what are things you wish someone would have told you?
Don't take any of the negative things people put into heart. Everyone is going to pursue what they're passionate about, and you pick your tough. You could sit with the regret of not starting something and stew in that, or you could go and start dealing with the problems that you're going to be facing. And everything has a challenge, action and inaction. Depends what kind of problem, what kind of challenge you want to face.
Oh, I love that.
So I think really sit with yourself and be like, is this a challenge I want to face on a day-to-day basis? If it is, do it. Take action. It might not be for the person who is advising you against it, but if your heart is calling to it, it's probably your nudge from the universe to go and take that action.
I remember feeling that when I wanted to start Sunday Brunch. And I was asking people, how do I know when it's the right time? How do I know? How do I know? And they were like, if you're asking the question, then now is that time. So I think that's kind of what you're saying.
100%, 100%. And also, people are going to always put their fears on you. And it's okay. It's not their calling. It's not their path. But if you feel called to it, definitely take action.
Okay, so where can people get the beverage?
They can actually, I just sold out. So
she sold out.
I sold out.
Yay.
Thank you. We'll be able to get it off Amazon. You'll be able to get it off empoweredelixir.com. We're going to have it in a bunch of retailers and everything too. When you go to my website, you can see the list of all the retailers there.
So is there like a find retailer near you?
Yes.
Okay, I love that.
There
That
is.
helps.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then how many flavors are there in the collection?
So there's going to be 3. Going to be moving forward with a mango.
Okay.
Yuzu citrus and a strawberry lemon.
And strawberry lemon. Love that.
Yeah.
That's great. So when do you think, well, okay, this might be jumping ahead. Okay, but is this the beginning of other products? Like, are there, like, what's in the future on your goal vision board?
Great question. I'm going to focus on this and just add more flavors.
Okay.
Because I really want to nail this and really just get it out. But in the future, who knows? I'm looking at different sorts of little things too as well. So I'm just focused on this for now though.
Well, I feel like women entrepreneurs, all entrepreneurs really, we're always looking at things. We're always looking ahead. We're always seeing what's calling to us. And it's like, if we've bet on ourselves, and we've done it the first time, which is the scariest time. And then you're like, well, I can bet on myself again. Like, yeah, let's up the ante. Let's add another flavor. Let's expand the offering, whatever it may be. So, you're gonna have to keep us posted.
I will. I would love to.
Whatever you're, concocting in the future. And, I feel like whatever you do, it will probably work with your word of the year, which, you want to tell everybody your word of the year?
Yes, my word of the year is alignment.
So it will be in alignment with your values, with your goals, which is really refreshing. It's important to stay aligned.
100%.
And if you were going to give advice to a young, up-and-coming entrepreneur or a person that has big goals, what would it be?
It would be, success is not an event. It's just a compounding of action. So keep working at it, stay focused, get clear on the goal, know exactly what things are that you want to attract. Be really, really clear on your goals. Down to the T, exactly what it is, what product you want to get out, how much money you would love to make, what kind of impact you'd like to have, how many people you'd like this to touch and to affect, and is it, in a community, or is it going to be millions of people around the world? What is it? Get really clear on it and just keep taking daily actions. Don't look at the full staircase because you'll get overwhelmed by it. Just work at breaking it down into little bite-sized pieces and keep taking action and keep taking decisive, steps towards that goal.
I love that advice. That's really good advice. I think I'm going to take that to heart. Yeah. I really am.
You're doing it yourself. You're living it to give it.
But we all are on a journey to continue, and I, of course, am building more than one thing right now too. So I love that. I feel like sometimes the universe gives you the message you need to hear at the time 100%. You need to hear it.
And it's so important to align yourself with mentors and people who have done it. So you're not reinventing the wheel. You're able to follow different, playbooks that people have already done and become successful at.
Wow. Well, thank you for setting an example for everybody else. And I love this. I think it's really good. I'm so glad you brought some. Congratulations on selling out.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. You guys tune in, to the next episode of the Brunch Club here. Get to know Stephanie. Check out her website and see as soon as you can to give this a try. I think you're going to love it. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by the Brunch Club podcast. It's been fabulous to share this time with you. Are you interested in being on the show? Do you want to nominate somebody? Reach out at rachelswoboda.com.